morning, aviators, and today we're going to be talking about Top Gun Maverick. But before we do that, if you guys like movie reviews, 4K reviews, video games, and some tech along the way, then please consider subscribing because we do all that here. So Top Gun Maverick, the sequel to the beloved, the classic, the iconic Top Gun, was released in 2022, directed by Joseph Kosinski, coming in at a 130-minute runtime. Man, oh man. This easily is my movie of the year. If you guys haven't seen this yet, you need to stop what you're doing. You need to go see Top Gun Maverick. You need to pick up this 4K because, spoilers for the end of the video, this is a fucking incredible 4K. This is my movie of the year. This is my 4K disc of the year. This is the best of 2022 when it comes to discs, movies, anything. But let's jump right into the movie review. So if you guys didn't like this movie, I'm sorry. I'm about to suck this movie's right now because this movie was absolutely incredible. This is the sequel from the original Top Gun from 1986, and even this movie still holds up to today's standards, and this is just an amazing movie, and it's an iconic movie. Tom Cruise, this is one of his best roles in my opinion. I mean, I love him in Days of Thunder, in Mission Impossible. We just love Tom Cruise here on this channel. It just happens that we really love his movies. So 36 years later, they made Top Gun Maverick, and it is really hard to make a sequel that late after the original, or it's just hard to make a sequel in general. They cracked the code. They figured this out. Did it have a lot of the moments from the first one? Yeah. Did they sing the same song from in the first one, Great Balls of Fire? Absolutely. Did it work? Absolutely. All the same moments, all the same lines. Talk to me, Goose. Come on. This movie, there's a ton of fan service in it, but it worked. Like, this movie was absolutely incredible. I just finished watching it. That's why I'm so fired up right now. I mean, I'm on the edge of my seat.
I am so ready.
I'm standing on my couch. I'm clapping. I'm borderline in tears of joy just because I had such a great time with this movie. When we went to go see it in the theaters, I even got the commemorative tin with the for the popcorn, Top Gun Maverick, and it's made to look like the top of the fighter jet, and it's again just Top Gun is just. And I came to the first Top Gun kind of late. I only seen it for the first time a few years ago, and I picked it up to own for the first time when it came out on 4K. So I'm not like a lifelong Top Gun fan. But this movie is just absolutely out of this world. It's incredible. It single-handedly brought back the box office after COVID. This was the movie of the year, and for good reason. It's just absolutely amazing. Like, I have friends that could care less about movies, who could care less about Top Gun, Tom Cruise, and this movie just got so much buzz. They're like, what's going on with this? They went and saw it. They're like, that was fucking awesome. Some of them went back and watched the original Top Gun that they haven't seen. And it's just such an incredible movie. Tom Cruise's character, Pete Mitchell, Maverick, he's against all odds. The Navy hates him because he's just, it's not even that he's cocky. He's just the best at what he does. And he's just always not even challenging them. Like, they order him not to do something and he goes and does it just to prove that it can be done. So they bring him back to train the next class of Top Gun pilots on this. And I guess it was not to piss off like another country or just to make it a timeless movie. And they didn't name the enemy. They just kept calling it the enemy. And we weren't looking for another name. It worked perfectly. Like, they didn't have to say it was Germany or North Korea or Poland or whatever it was. They didn't have to do that because simply calling it the enemy just worked. And when you saw the enemy, because there's only an enemy in this movie towards the end, and they just have a black face mask on with them. You see no skin. You see nothing. It's just a helmet with a black mask on, and that's it. And it worked perfectly. But basically, this entire movie is Maverick basically trying to fight his demons of blaming himself and losing Goose, which was his backseat, his partner in the first one, where when he ejected, he hit his head on the glass, the roof of the plane, and killed him. And now his son, Rooster, played by Miles Teller, is in his flight class. And he blames him because Maverick pulled his papers. He didn't want him to fly. He made a promise to his mother, Meg Ryan, in the first one, who passed away right before she died. Maverick made a promise that he would not let Miles tell Rooster fly. But Rooster was holding a grudge against Maverick for holding him back. He blames him for that. But then eventually they get over it, and they become best friends. They become, I wouldn't say it's like his father, but he finally looks up to Maverick, because Maverick to him was, that was his father's best friend, and he blamed him for pulling his papers out of the academy. And it just, the way they wrapped it up and the story, it just worked so amazing. And yes, they did top I wouldn't say they topped it. The volleyball scene in the first one, that's a very iconic scene. I wouldn't say they topped it, but they at least matched it. They're all playing football on the beach in the water, kind of like the volleyball scene. And Val Kilmer came back to reprise his role. It's just an iconic movie. There's so much fan service. It's just, it was a thrill ride the entire time. It's an event. This is an instant classic. It's a perfect sequel. Arguably just as good as the original, and that is a very, very tough thing to do. So like I said in the beginning of the video, this is easily my movie of the year. I really loved the Batman this year also. That was another one that really comes to mind, and just Top Gun is just leaps and bounds ahead of everything. Just watching it now, the first 5 minutes I had to pause it. I had to stop, because I was getting emotional. It was just to see that on the screen. I turned my volume way up on my surround sound system, and I felt like I was back in the Dolby Atmos theater at AMC, and it was just so amazing. It's such an iconic movie. I had such a great time watching it the first time, and I had an even better time watching it just now. So there's not much more I could say about this movie. It's absolutely incredible. If you haven't seen this movie, you have to go check it out. If you haven't seen the first one, I highly recommend going to check that out and then going to see this, because it's just, it'll mean so much more, and it'll make a lot more. They kind of lay out the events of the first one, and you don't absolutely have to see the first one, but I recommend it because there is some stuff in there for you. Let's jump into the 4K review. So this disc came from Paramount Studios, and Paramount has been killing it lately. They've been putting out some great releases, some great discs, and this this might be the 4K of the year. This is reference quality. Visually, sound-wise, this is just the complete package. This is what you put on to show off your system. So we'll start with the visuals. This has a Dolby Vision HDR on the 4K scan that Paramount put out on the disc. And again, this is a modern movie shot with modern cameras, and it's a modern studio release. So, it checks all the boxes. Visually, it's absolutely stunning. The big set pieces, it's just absolutely incredible. And this disc also had all of the IMAX scenes on it. So that's something that all the Marvel movies from Disney, they weren't giving us. This has the IMAX scenes on the disc. We brought the IMAX home to us, and that's just so incredible on the 4K format. It just looks amazing. That the IMAX is when they basically get rid of the black bars. It changes the aspect ratio, and it's full screen, your entire screen. So I watched this on my 77-inch OLED, and oh my god, this is eye candy. It's visually stunning. It's the perfect picture. It looked absolutely insane. But again, it's a new movie, so we kind of expect that. But it's an action movie. It's a spectacle. This is just the complete package. And now, again, let's go to audio, because as I've been saying, the complete package. This has a Dolby Atmos soundtrack, and this soundtrack kicks. We're in the planes. We got bombs going off. We hear the jet engines. The subwoofer, I swear to God, it's going to vibrate my whole house down. The subwoofer was out of control in this movie. The deep, deep bass, the surround sound going around the room, the powerful fronts. It was a reference quality Atmos track. It was a reference quality visual showpiece. This is the complete package. This is a must own on 4K. The Steelbook is pretty nice also. I got the slipcover edition. With the slipcover edition, you pull that off. You got the same picture on the inside, and just the 4K disc by itself. Now, John did get the Steelbook edition, which we had both, and I actually chose the slipcover just because I've kind of strayed away from these Steelbooks as of lately, even though it was actually a pretty tough decision because I really did like that Steelbook, but I just like having all the information on the back with the stuff to read, to just in case I want to look at runtimes and just who was in it, who made it, directed, blah, 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 blah. I just like to have that information at the ready. But the Steelbook was very nice, I have to admit. It has basically the scene of Maverick looking backwards when he's in the plane, and then when you open it up, it's Maverick on the motorcycle going down the runway. So it was a pretty decent Steelbook, and the Steelbook did come with the Blu-ray disc as well. But when you have this amazing 4K, there's absolutely no reason for that Blu-ray. Now let's talk special features. So they're saying there's over 80 minutes of bonus features. So there was a lot of behind the scenes stuff. There's some audio commentaries, and there was some like filmings of, and there was 2 different music videos, a Lady Gaga one, and I forget what the other one was. So I mean, only 80 minutes with everything combined, nothing crazy. But again, just the movie itself is just absolutely insane. It's again, this is gonna win Movie of the Year, I think, for a lot of people, and for good reason, because this movie was just absolutely incredible. And this 4K release from Paramount, again, this is a 10. I'm giving this a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 on the movie itself, and a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 visually, audio-wise, the 4K, the whole release, everything. This is a perfect movie. This is a perfect disc. I absolutely loved it. I ate it up. This is a Matt movie through and through. I'm just still fired up because I just finished watching this. So can I recommend you go pick this up? Yeah, why haven't you picked it up yet? Go get it right now. Pause this video, go buy it. Actually, you know what? We're going to put an affiliate link in the description for you to go pick it up off of Amazon. Or you can maybe wait till Black Friday. It might be a few dollars off on Black Friday. I'm not sure. This is probably going to be the best seller of the year, so they might not drop this on sale because people are going to buy this anyway. But again, it might drop on sale and you can pick it up for a few dollars less on Black Friday. Maybe. Not sure. Can't confirm that. But I can highly recommend picking this up. I do not think you'll be disappointed. It's pretty hard not to like this movie, I think. Like I said, we'll put a Amazon affiliate link down in the description if you want to grab it off of Amazon. It helps us out. And if you guys like this video, then please consider liking and subscribing because that is the best way to help us out. But until next time, guys, talk to me, Goose.